Welcome back, YouTube. I want to provide an update for Dogecoin and how we're doing overall in the market and give an update on crypto as well, because we are well on our way to getting that golden cross. I put a target sometime within the next week because we can have like some flattening here. But the bottom line is, as long as we are above this 72, we're going to have a meeting here between the 14 and the 72. And that is this yellow line, and this orange line here is the 72. So as long as we are here, up, down, sideways, whatever, we're going to have this meeting here. And you can see this aggressive move that we had between the 14 and 72 has already curved the 14 into this zone here now. So tomorrow, depending on where this candle closes, but either way, it's still going to close in this zone. So this 14 is now going to be in the zone that we need to get it in. So that we've officially, after you bottom out in the zone and you re-enter the zone above it, that is a bottom for this zone here. So, and this is where we've gotten the most rebounds at, around that 12 to 13 cent mark. So this is really great for the asset. So this is why I'm really happy for the projections that we're having right now. And you can kind of confirm this. We're going to take a look here at the other ones, but all of us are on track. Don't let a red day be discouraging. And this is what I tell everybody, like, oh, it's down. Listen, this is going to happen a lot. It's not supposed to be green every day. This is going to happen no matter what zone we're in, no matter what price range we're in. It's going to be red. It's going to be green, right? We've had a major move up. Like we had the 2 green days, a major move from around 1489. Look at the size of this candle, then closed at a higher high, then closed higher yesterday. So we have 2 green days. It's okay if we have a red day, especially if we're still maintaining the 72-day average here. So absolutely perfect here. And this is giving us that target that we need to have that cross and give us that projection to around that 39 to 45 cent range. And we can compare this. Let's see if shorts are feeling confident about this, and no, they're not. So the red day has not piqued the interest of the shorts coming in. So that goes to say a lot here as well. And speaking of crosses, the 14 here again is a yellow line, 72 is the orange. So we're about to get a death cross here. I know this is less relevant in shorts, but still, we're about to get a death cross here for shorts with the 14 and the 72. Crossing the flat here, and then obviously 14 crossing the 200 is you'll certainly know that is we are in bull run season when you get the 14 crossing the 200. So that is a major signal there. So this is kind of, we have like the major run coming out of here in October. We had that big spike, and then we had the 14 cross the 200 here, and it didn't revisit it until recently. Last month. So us going back below that, you're going to know that we have some big runs coming up in the next few months here. Let's take a look here at Bitcoin. Just make sure that we're all on track across the board. Yeah, Bitcoin is going to have that golden cross. Even with the last 2 days being red, Bitcoin is going to have that golden cross probably within the next 24 to 48 hours. So that is a really good signal here. And again, it all works out, especially as long as you're above that 72-day moving average, which is this orange line here. You're going to have that meeting, you're going to get that cross, and that's going to be very bullish here going forward. So again, last time this happened for Bitcoin, we went from 41,000 to 72,000, right? That's the last time we got, around 42,000 and 72,000. Last time we got that golden cross here from the 14 and the 72. And I didn't give that number for Doge, so let me go back, because I want to make sure we have that number just in case this is the first video you've seen. Yep. So right here, we went from around 856 to, we peaked at around 22.90, almost 23 cent roughly. The last time we got that golden cross. So that's why we're getting excited here about this meeting between the 14 and the 72. That's typically a very major signal for crypto alike, but specifically for if we're monitoring Doge and Bitcoin, these have been major signals thus far. So I believe that they will not disappoint going forward as well. Because this here, I believe this is the signal that sets up the leg for, I'm talking about Doge going to at least that 39 to 45 cent range. This is going to put Bitcoin within range to strike 100,000. So this is really good for this asset here. Let's see if Bitcoin shorts have gained any momentum today. let's see, 14%. Still on a downtrend. We may close this green today, be the first green day in 4 days. Typically, it's probably coming because we're coming off of that 2 day. This is the second day technically where we've had Bitcoin have somewhat of a sell off here, but we'll see where this closes to see if this is actually going to close green. But overall, not significant movement to say like shorts and stuff like that are like piling in or that they're feeling confident. Because typically, if you look at the pattern here, this is more so just like an algorithmic, like having exposure to the short side of the asset. Because you'll notice that the pattern here is every 3 to 4 days, they'll take a green position. And then if they get no more, if they don't get momentum, they come out, right? So we see, let's say 1, 2, 3, green, 1, 2, green, 1, 2, green, green, 1, 2, 3, green, and the 1, 2, 3s are red. See green, then 1, 2, 3, 4, green. So they are coming in here. So I imagine if we don't get any momentum, which I don't believe we will today or tomorrow, then we'll see that pattern here, or we'll see them come out of this position, and we'll have some slightly smaller candles down here, but they'll be red. So not a cause for concern there, especially again, as long as we're above that 72, the market is setting up great. Same thing for total market cap. This is the most exciting part here, because this isn't, obviously it's weighted heavily toward Bitcoin because Bitcoin makes up the bulk of the market, but this also has the weight of all the other coins, right? This is total market cap. This has everything from Doge to Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Sheep, everything. This is the weight of everything here. And we're still on this path here. This is trending in unison. Again, the last time we had that golden cross went from 1.5 trillion to around 2.7. So we're talking about roughly around almost 100% increase this year. A repeat of that is going to put us at a new all-time high. And again, this is happening within the next 24 to 48 hours. We're going to get that golden cross. So that is when we have that divergence between the 14 and 72, that is officially new leg, new high season right there, right? So, and again, this is well above the 72, not worried about that major sell off or anything like that to try and get it back down below it. This is, I say 24, 48 hours. This is going to happen. Even with the red here, it's still so far above the average that it's still going to force that cross there. So this is really bullish for the coin and for the market in general. This is letting you know the trajectory of the market. So that's why I said don't let necessarily a red day kind of discourage you, because if you see the underlining of the tone of the market and the trends are up, right? The 14 days are, if the 14 days are curving up that aggressively, then if you're looking at shorter time frames, the 7 days, sometimes people use 10 or 12, all those are curving as well, even more aggressively so. So this is, and if you see the 72 flatlining, that means that we are not having a downtrend anymore. So that means more than likely that leg has bottomed. So that's why you see a lot of the 72s, you'll see them either rising or flattening, but they're not dipping. Everything's rising, right? 200-day rising, 72 rising, 14 rising. So don't let a 24-hour candle say, oh my God, it's declining, it's over. Like if you're not day trading it, play for the long-term or use of longer-term indicators here to get a feel for the market. So again, this is total market. So this is giving you everything in a nutshell here. Let's go to, sorry. I'm going to take a look at liquidations here and just kind of see what are they saying. Look at the ratios. Yeah, ratios. This is for Dogecoin. Ratios over 70% are long coming in, so less than 30%. So we're looking at still roughly a 3-to-1 of them coming in. And let's check open interest here. We're up 20% yesterday. Today, 5.63. Obviously, because we're having somewhat of a sell off here, but we are roughly at around 854. Once we get to a billion, typically, I do believe we've already seen the bottom of this leg, but typically that once we get to that billion, that's when the run gets more aggressive. So just kind of look for that over the next few days as well. We're around 150 million, roughly 146 million away from that mark. But with Doge, that we can get that tonight. So that's not something, for those of you waiting on the sidelines, that's not something I would try and time. Just kind of give you an idea of where we are in the cycle and how close we are to getting that run. So we are very close to this run here. I would give Doge, I say somewhere between, really, I think we can do this in maybe 3 to 5 days, but I'm saying a week to be safe, just in case we have a flattening here or we start using the 72 as support. I do think it's going to be sooner. And obviously, if we get a green candle here and we ascend even higher, this is going to bring up to 14 even faster. So that time frame can even be shorter than my shortest estimate. But expect that to happen somewhere around there. So if you are considering it, these prices, and saying, hey, maybe we're going to go back to like 12 or so, it's unlikely, right? And the thing is, especially if you're trying to get new entries into the market, because I know some people are going to ask me, you have to consider what the trend means. Because when we had this golden cross here, we have not seen that price since. And that'll probably be true for here as well. Once we go to those higher levels, new pools, that changes the table. And there's new pools of liquidity coming in, new points of resistance, new entries, and everything just kind of shifts upwards. And so you don't necessarily get like that major sell-off until you've already hit like peak bull run. And then there's mass panic and everyone's taking profit. That's typically when you revisit some of those numbers. But as long as the market's bullish, everything's bullish, we're early in the run, you don't see these types of runs here. So like a lot of times when we were running here, and if you go back and look at when I was covering this here, because typically we were blowing through all these points of resistance, which I made a point, which maybe we can repeat something like that and blow through 18 and 22 cent. People were saying all in this range here, this 10 cent range, this 12 cent range, oh, we're going to wait until it goes back to 8 cent. Then we'll get in here, since the market's getting started. And we have not. All right, and we're not going to until, and probably won't even ascend to 8 cent even after the peak bull run, because typically the markets after each cycle, it's a higher high. So it's kind of like Bitcoin going back to 7,000 or 12,000. It doesn't overlap itself cycle to cycle. So you have to just kind of decide what you want your coin count to be and be happy with these prices here, because 14 cent, 15 cent, 16 cent is better. If you're looking to get in, it's better than 40 cent, 50 cent, right? Because at 50 cent, at 45, 50 cent, you're only getting 2 Doge per dollar then, versus when you were able to get a lot more bang for your buck back at these prices and lower. So just kind of consider it like that, and then maybe that can motivate you a little more to take price action. Take action based off of the price action. So hope you found value in this video. That is what we're looking at. It's the major signal update. Everything is fine. We are absolutely headed to getting those golden crosses. So we are still on projection to hit those higher numbers here. We'll be tracking it here on the channel, obviously, and with the weekend. We have a long weekend here, so we'll typically chart these at night as well, because sometimes Doge likes to run in the middle of the night. So if that happens, just look for the updates, make sure notifications are on. If you have not, consider subscribing to the channel. I know we're getting these golden crosses, but I still believe we can beat Bitcoin to 100,000. So subscribe to the channel, help out with that +1, and because everyone counts, and that'll certainly help the channel get closer toward that goal. Leave me a comment. I'll see you guys in the comment section. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next video.